Let's move on to higher ed. We talked about K-12. Senator, let's start with you, because I know that you indicated earlier that education is something you're following very closely. This is also a funding year for our university systems, University of Minnesota, the community and vocational schools, MnSCU, et cetera. Tell our viewers where you see that issue going.
Difficult to predict right now. I believe that
And where would you like to see it go, too? Both those things.
What I hear is that there is a variety, diverse projects that have been heard, so it's unclear as to what the priorities are. Personally, I feel that we definitely need to address the cost of higher education. Clearly, we are the university is becoming an elite university. I applaud the effort of the university to maintain its status in terms of research and position as an academic institution. But clearly, fewer and fewer of our kids are able to attend the land-grant university. So it is a problem for us. Many of our kids are leaving the state of Minnesota, attending other institutions outside of the state because they cannot afford to stay in Minnesota. That is my main concern. I am excited to see the direction of technical colleges and MnSCU in terms of really opening the door to a more diverse population in the schools. I see a sincere effort in MnSCU to recruit more students of color. You can see that in almost every campus in the state of Minnesota where you visit, that there is certainly more diversity and a special effort to hire faculty and to hire students that are more diverse. I think that's the direction that we need to take, and we need to make every effort to expand opportunities so that our kids stay in Minnesota. That's where I would like to see more efforts moving into. The other thing that has been very disappointing to me, is to see the lack of effort to recruit regions at the University of Minnesota that are more diverse. It's a university that continues to recruit and continues to give opportunities to CEOs and people of high profile, as if that is kind of what we need to do with the region's positions. I don't see a good effort to recruit people with diverse backgrounds. So I continue to see that. I'm disappointed that we talk a lot about bringing more diversity and creating opportunities in higher ed for communities of color and diverse communities and indigenous communities and Native American communities, and that does not translate into specific actions that I can see in either the university. But MnSCU is making some progress.
Senator, higher education, what do you think?
Well, I have 2 4-year degrees, so I'm all for higher education. I have my oldest son's pursuing his doctorate in chemical engineering, so
where is that? Here in Minnesota?
Actually, it's at the Colorado School of Mines in Golden, Colorado.
Another famous institution.
Yes, he's getting back home. But when you look at the cost of education right now, a lot of it, we have to work on that, and we've got to come up with bipartisan. We all know that that's a huge issue, and we've got to get that squared away, and we have to do every effort we can to make it affordable for everybody and the diversity of the population here in the state. And we have wonderful institutions here. Again, I go back to being a project manager, and when I'm out at the plant and I'm putting in a transformer as my project, for example, I'm bringing tradespeople in. Well, they're my age and older. We don't have a lot of younger folks coming in to the trades, and for a lot of kids that might be a good option. And so that's why I'm encouraged with this Every Hand Joined and the other organizations that are helping kids try to kind of figure out what their path in life is going to be. Because we've been on the path of 4-year education for so long, but so many kids start and they start and stop, and then they're 6, 7, 8 years before some of them even get their degrees done. So we need to, again, look at what other options are out there for the kids. Can they go to the community college for a couple of years, get their undergrad, their liberals and all that out of the way, and then transfer those into the higher into the University of Minnesota or Mankato State or wherever. But we do have to work on the cost of education. That is definitely the big issue. Another thing is, I know when I had my last loans, my interest rates on the loans were a lot less than they are now, but that's because the program to get those loans was taken into the federal government instead of having that coming out through your local banks and all that. So we need to look at that. I mean, because you look at a 6, 7, 8% loan versus when I had them, they were around 2.5%. So that's a huge cost on the loans. And so many kids are coming out and they've got to take a 30-year payoff period to pay off their school loans. And that's just got to stop. We have to come up with innovative ways to make it affordable and give the students the options out there to make it as affordable for them as possible.
I normally stay away from contributing to the substantive conversation, but I'll just pass along this fact. I serve as the liaison from the court to the State Board of Law Examiners, which puts me in touch with area law schools. And when you talk about post-college graduate school debt, you're talking 5 figures, 6 figures in some cases. It's basically, for some of us of a certain age, it's a house of a prior generation.
Yes.
So it's I don't have a solution to the problem. I'm simply agreeing with you that it's a problem. And
It
so
is a problem.
I wish
It is
you,
a problem.
I wish you
It's a
well.
significant problem.
Resolving that, you've got till the end of May. Let us know how it all works out.
Well, I look
say that
forward to
somewhat-
working with Senator Torres
Yes.
Torres Ray on this because it is a bipartisan issue and we do need to get it.
I say that somewhat
agree.
in jest. We didn't get here in a week or two, and we're not going to get to the promised land, so to speak, in a week or two either. So, but it is a difficult, challenging question.